All right, hello everybody. Welcome along to another episode of the Monkey Barrel Comedy Chat Show with our wonderful guest for this week. It's Krystal Evans.
Hello.
Hello. So Krystal, welcome along. The usual question I ask for people is, what's their comedy vibe? Rather than saying what's your comedy style, what's your vibe? What do you bring to a room?
Well, I bring low energy. I bring what's the word I'm looking for? Like neutrality, and kind of like sleepiness.
Sleepiness?
I would say sleepiness. It's taken me a while to get better at opening. That was always, I mean, I know opening is like technically the hardest spot anyways.
Yeah, of course.
But there's some people who just have that. You know, they're just so good at that.
There's some people that they're kind of manic
born
energy.
to open.
Oh,
They're born to host and open, and I think I'm born to be in the middle, really, or at the very end when everybody's like really chilled.
Everyone's like, I just need something to lull me
That's
into
it.
relaxation.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to fall asleep.
Okay, so please in the comments underneath this video, post at what point you fell asleep during the podcast.
Yeah,
that's the energy we're bringing for this week. So for you and for people at home, this might be their first episode. I'll explain how the show works. So obviously, Monkey Barrel Comedy has guests coming in every week, doing tour shows, and many comedians perform here regularly. And this is our chance to sit down, ask some silly questions, and find out a little bit more about them.
Thank you. Yes.
So I hope you're ready to reveal things that you didn't want to reveal, and we didn't even want you to reveal. Very much in this podcast, it's like, why did you say that?
I'm ready, and I'm surprised it's taken so long to get me on. To be fair, not to bring that up, but I'm just like, wow, will they ever ask me to be on the Monkey Barrel podcast?
There was a specific rule on episode 1 of like wait 25 episodes before bring Krystal on, just so we can say, look,
so
these 25 before were normal.
And I'm sure other people said no and canceled to get, and then you thought of me today, right?
No, what? What?
Like,
no.
She lives nearby. Ring her up. No, that's fine.
We have a little glass plate that says, in case of cancellation, break for Krystal. And it's very broken.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So you are an American comedian. You're based in the UK. I'm reading the Broadway baby quote.
I can't believe you have to read that.
Krystal's sharp. Well, it also says Krystal's sharp cynicism and confidence on stage is just perfect. That's quotation. Just perfect, it says. All right. I'm not doing that. Broadway baby. A bit of shade from Broadway baby there. What a rude baby.
I know, just perfect in quotes. That's true. I never thought of that. What do you mean by that?
Just perfect.
It's almost like they're quoting me, telling them what to say.
Yeah.
In a way.
It's like they didn't want you to quote them, so they put a quote in the middle of the sentence.
In the middle of the quote, there's a quote.
Yeah, you can't do it now.
That quote has haunted me, man. It's not haunted me. It's a good quote, but it's like, it's the first quote I ever got. And so it's persisted. I'm sure you have similar,
of course.
Right? This I've had better quotes by now, but for some reason that one just keeps popping up.
I think I got one from 3 weeks, and it was like Fox has a set which truly blossoms or something like that. They said, but it was like the full sentence. The full sentence isn't that great, but I just took that.
Yeah,
and I went, that's something, I guess. Maybe if I saw that in a poster, I'd be like, all right.
Yeah.
So it starts off and it's not good, but then by the end, I'm like, all right, that was something.
Yeah. And I've learned now that happens across all industries, actually, because my husband's a chef and we have restaurants and stuff. And when we first opened our first restaurant, this was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
One guy wrote that the concept of our restaurant was that you go in and look at the list of ingredients and cross out the ones you don't like, and then we make a menu based around it. This was never true.
No, because that's insane.
No, that would be insane. Imagine that.
It's like a comedian. It's like,
how wasteful would that be? It's like you cross out everything but fucking chocolate or something. Jesus.
You'd just be running around sweating the whole time going, oh my God, this person said no carbs. No, oh my God.
This person said like coffee, cabbage, and ring-a-dings. What am I going to do?
Well, hey now, don't make fun of my brunch today, please.
Oh my God.
Wow, that's insane. What a chaotic person that is.
I know. And he was the loveliest guy and left us a nice review, so we couldn't be like, listen, bitch, you know, he was really nice, but he just he wrote that, and then everybody who came in for years thought that was the concept, and we were just like, oh my God, die. So anyways, yeah.
Or he reviewed 2 restaurants in that day. And there's some other restaurant that has a review that says that it slowly blossomed and the food was just perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So you've done your kind of your big hit show was Hottest Girl at Burn Camp. Which you toured around, and you're still kind of touring it around.
Kind of, yeah.
I mean, you can't let that go. It's a good. That's a
when
good
I
bit.
feel like it, I perform it.
I feel like I want to have fun today.
Yeah.
Here comes the show.
I want to feel a little sad. Let's perform it.
So something we do with our guests here is we jump into the Instagram deep dive. We jump into one of your
great.
old social media posts.
Oh my
We're
God,
gonna bring
great.
one up on screen.
God, yes. Okay.
Is it embarrassing? Is it confusing? They've been everything in between over the last few weeks.
Fuck's sake. Why this one?
So
Why?
for people listening on Spotify, this is you in a kitchen with a laptop and a microphone, and I think the laptop is on top of a potty or a squatty potty or
It is a children's stool.
It's a children's stool.
By
Okay.
stool, I don't mean poo. I mean like just a stool that they stand on. I still have that.
oh, you can't throw a stool
It does
away.
look like a children's potty, doesn't it?
I thought it was one where they sit on their feet go on that and then they can sit on the toilet.
God, imagine if I used that. That would. I mean, I had lost it at this point, but that's not
This was
quite
2020, so November 2020.
Oh
was,
Jesus!
we were all
yeah.
crazy.
What a time that was, huh?
Oh man.
Sorry. Go on about Twitch. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Going about.
Sorry.
So for anyone at home, we had to take a brief edit there. I'm gonna talk about your fucking Twitch.
Talk
thing.
about your
Bullshit.
stuff.
About myself.
No,
Was this for Twitch? I didn't realize.
It was like you were an inspiration for me at that stage because you had a Twitch and it was great.
Well, this was November of 2020.
So you didn't have it yet.
I didn't have it for.
So
another
never mind, I'm
6 or 7
bullshitting.
months.
It wasn't.
You're talking bullshit.
Absolutely talking bullshit on that. When you did start it, I was like, wow, he's really inspiring to me 7 months ago. The thing was, everybody was doing it at that stage, weren't they? And it was just like.
And I fought against it because I was like, I just want to do comedy. I don't want to do a Twitch thing. And then I think it got to January 1st and I was like, oh, this might not ever be coming back. I better find out what Twitch is. And it still took me about 4 months to figure it all out.
Oh, man.
It's so in depth.
It really was. I tried to do the thing where I played video games and I played like really old games. I literally ordered a PlayStation 1.
Wow.
I got all the old cords for it. But it's not just that. It's like, how do you play a PlayStation 1 game on a PlayStation 1, a real PlayStation 1? No, not downloading an emulator or anything like that. And then stream that. Like, and I tried the emulator thing too. Everything's so complicated. And also I'm like old, and I'm like having to figure out everything from scratch. Anyway, I finally set it up. And I played it with my son on there, who was like 5 years old at the time. It was very cute. You know, it was adorable. But then I quickly realized that like I shouldn't really have my 5-year-old son on there. There's weirdos who come into the chat who say weird things to me. It is. It was charming and stuff, but it was just like I'm like, no, I can't.
Mommy and baby play.
Yeah,
that's the name of the stream. That's
how
great.
cute is this? But it wasn't good. And then I found this thing where I would, because I cook every day anyway, and especially in the pandemic, I was like, what the fuck else do I have to do? I have to cook for my family. I do like cooking, so I was like, I'll cook something every day on Twitch.
And those are very popular streams on Twitch. People love cooking streams.
And mine was popular right from the start. People loved it. But I very quickly realized again, this was not sustainable. The setup that I had set up for this was insanely complicated in my kitchen. It was like I had one of my old cell phones as a camera pointing downward on the stove. I had another one coming at this angle.
Oh, multiple cameras.
Did a really
well done.
good. And then I had my laptop there for my like face to camera view. And then not to mention all the ingredients, all the actual cooking stuff, and it was just like.
You weren't even breaking even.
I would nothing. No way. And I was just like, and I realized quickly, I'm like, I don't want to be an online cooking person. I want to be a comedian. Yeah. And I wasn't being funny on the cooking streams either. Maybe I was now and then.
Yeah. But you were still thinking about all of the stuff going around you. I had a tiny baby
as well, and I had to make my kids and my husband stay out of the kitchen while I did this.
I'm going to be honest, it's insane that it went this far.
Oh, I know. It was crazy. And I was like, as soon as I got to the place, at the top of the mountain, or not the top of the mountain, but like, a few steps up the mountain where I realized like, oh, this is what I have to do that people will like. I was like, oh, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do this. I was like, I do not, nothing's worth this to me.
Yeah. But
so
I think it's good. Sometimes you try things out and you go, oh, I'm good at this, but I hate it.
Yep,
but it's not for me, or I can already see the root of what this is going to be.
Yes. 100%. Yeah. So that's that post.
Well, there's people do it on Twitch. They get caught into it. Not pointing out that I recently had to dress as Mario and play Super Mario, or that I had to dress as Bob Ross and do a painting stream while drunk.
Do you have a picture of that?
Oh, I
You
don't.
painted while drunk?
It was terrible. I need to find the picture and send it in.
That sounds really fun,
Ewan's going to post it up on our previous episode. I'm posted again right now. There we go. Oh, Ewan's like, not more editing. Oh, God.
Very nice.
But no, it's very fun. I've never done that before. And then recently I was just like, I'll dress up in a costume and do this. And
that's great. Did people like it?
I thought everyone was going to hate it. And everyone was like, that was pretty good. We got 3 seconds into the Bob Ross thing. And it became like, he's like, okay, guys, take out your paint knife. I was like, I don't have a paint knife.
You were following an actual
so I was
Bob
following
Ross.
Bob Ross. And I'm just like, I don't have a paint knife, Bob Ross. I was like, I've got a normal knife. Does not work the same. Does not work the same at all.
What about like a butter knife?
Yeah, I thought a butter knife would work. It
Didn't.
Maybe it was the paint was different as well. Maybe I got everything wrong.
Yeah.
I think I was using the wrong type of paper as well to paint on.
Oh.
But at the end, everyone was just like, hey, that was really good. And I was like, oh, that means it's really bad. If people are like, that's very good.
Yeah.
And then my partner woke up the next day and saw the painting and was just like, oh my God, I love it. It's incredible. I was like, shut up, it's terrible.
Oh my God, please show it to me. I would love to see it.
Okay, I will need to take a picture. You're going to get a picture of that later on
Yeah,
on Instagram, and
please.
you're going to be like, what is this?
Yay.
What insane
I'll
thing is
post
this?
my thoughts about it when the podcast comes out.
Yeah. So with the Twitch thing, you enjoyed it for a while, and how long did you do it for?
On and off for like 3 months, maybe.
Yeah.
At the end of that 3 months was when I tried the cooking thing.
And what was your schedule like?
I did, what a thing to remember. I think I did like Tuesdays and Thursdays when I did the gaming. And I did it in the morning.
Yeah.
It was with my son. So it was like at 9 or 10 a.m. It was really early. Yeah.
That's so early.
It was. I just was
You're doing like a breakfast show.
I mean, yeah, it was crazy. I think that I'm not lying. I can't remember, George.
But you now know in the future, if someone comes along and says, Krystal, we want you to host Good Morning USA.
Yeah.
But it's in Britain. You'd be like,
Good
no.
Morning USA.
No.
Yeah, right.
There
was a show called Good Morning America. Did you know that?
Was there? Yeah.
What? Yes. It was like one of the most famous things of like the 90s. But anyways, it was starring me. I was a tiny baby. And then the cooking thing, I would do it from like, I think 4 to 5:30 because I was making dinner.
Oh,
so I would do me making dinner for the fam.
Wow.
Or it was like, 4 to 5.
I've tried a few times to do multiple streams in one day and I'm like, can't do it. That was mine. Can't do it. But I do Sunday to Thursday every night unless I'm gigging. And
are you making money at it now?
Oh yeah, it's great. Like it's going well.
George, that's amazing.
It goes great. People are very nice, very supportive of it. But
that's cool.
Because I couldn't keep doing it otherwise. But I mean, just doing it as the 5 days a week was the only way to make it. I was like, I need to start doing it intensely and then I can just see if that works or not. And luckily it worked for me.
Yeah.
But I was also comparing myself to Roscoe, who's like, I was going to do it every night, 10 times a day. It's like, Roscoe, please, this is insane.
Roscoe doesn't play by the rules. He's a maverick.
I've been standing with Roscoe at gigs and he's been unwell and he'd be like, oh, go get home. I was like, yeah, you're not well. You got to drive yourself home. He goes, oh, go to stream. I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Go to bed. Relax.
He did an Israel-Palestine bit on stage the other night and I was like, he actually said, he was like, if anyone can get away with this, it's me. And I thought that he was joking. Like I didn't think he was really going to do one and he really did one. And I got to say it was really funny. It was great.
All right.
And I was like, yeah, if anyone else said that, I'd be like, oh my God, really inappropriate. But he did it. And I was like, no, that's really funny stuff.
Well, we're definitely going to have Roscoe on the podcast and I'm definitely going to tell him, don't do that joke, please.
Oh my God, it's great. It's a good one.
So we've another new part of the show, which is a game that I've apparently been playing wrong.
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
So we've been doing a game that Claire, our producer, came up with. It's called Two Comedians, 1 cup, in brackets, each. That's the name of the show.
You know, I've already done this today.
Well, I thought it was like this.
The cameras weren't on.
That was what your original streams were.
Yeah.
So basically, I've been doing it like this and flipping it up and trying to land it like that. I thought that was how you won. And
right.
then the commenters have been telling us that actually you're supposed to do it like this and flip it.
Oh, okay.
This way?
Right.
Well, you're American. You should know. Remember frat parties?
No, I never went to college. Thanks for bringing it up.
What about frat party movies? You've seen those?
Yeah, the movies.
Yeah.
It's funny because I come over here and people are like, "Oh my god, I used to watch American movies and be like, I wish that I could, drink out of these type of cups and have Chinese takeaway boxes and all these things,
Oh,
and
yeah, the white
and
ones
live
with
in
up at the
cool
top.
California with all the fun." And I'm like, most of those things I also wished when I watched those movies. Like
Yeah.
I never, like a lot of those movies are just depicting a very specific place in California.
Yeah, or like a very specific place in New York, like either side. And
California or New York. Yep.
Everything in the middle, you're like, oh, wow, American Starbucks. And they're like, my near Starbucks is 3 hours.
Yeah.
away. You're like, okay.
Exactly.
Very sorry about that. Go get yourself a latte.
Okay, shall I try this?
So what we're going to do is we've got like a 30-second time limit.
Can I just say, are you right-handed? Because you're at a clear advantage.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am, and it's not
So
by
am I.
mistake.
All right.
Listen, this was figured out before this game was added into it, so it's
sure.
not my fault.
Yeah.
Chat. So we're going to try and get it onto this, I think. Is that right, Ewan?
Okay,
We
so
were
what
hoping this is why we invite you on the podcast, because we're like, we need an expert.
you thought that first of all that I'm American and that I'm like what, an alcoholic or something. Wait a second. How does drinking factor into this?
Drinking does not factor into this.
It doesn't,
I think the
okay.
way they do it in the games in America is where it lands like that, and you go, "Oh, you got to do a shot."
Oh, I see.
Which I don't
Okay.
understand. Surely, if I get it over, I want the shot.
I've heard that joke so many times over
really?
here. Yeah, well, not joke, but that observation, and it's
observation.
absolutely true. It's like the point of like in drinking is a punishment in the American game.
Yes.
and it's a reward over here.
Yeah, of course. I don't understand it.
Yeah. Okay.
But I
ready?
won't do any more jokes because Krystal will say, I've heard that so many
Oh, I
times.
didn't mean.
and
I know.
hate it.
Right when I said that, I
I
was like,
hate it.
that sounded so
Oh, was it when
snidey.
the tear came down
I
my
guess-
cheek?
Sorry,
right,
that's
3,
that's my brand.
2,
Okay.
1.
Mine flipped so many times. Oh, okay. So we just keep going.
Yeah. This
Damn it.
table is so wobbly, though, that it's not conducive
wait.
to this.
Oh, motherfucker! That's left-handed, bruh.
My first time losing.
Oh, I did it again.
What does that mean?
Oh, okay.
Your
sorry.
shoes are mine.
Do we stop?
What? Those aren't the rules. Krystal.
No, I'm gonna break your glasses.
What?
No.
What is this game? These American rules are real scary. Okay, so we've got an embarrassing question.
Oh, great. Okay.
What is the embarrassing question? Actually, I have it here. The embarrassing question is, oh no, what is the pettiest reason you've cancelled a gig? I was so hoping this would
Oh my gosh.
be Oh my god.
Pettiest. Okay. Well, maybe. See, because my like mindset is always that like I should maybe because I'm like a woman or something, but I'm like no, I need to stick up for myself more. Whereas some people are like no, I'm being too rude. Do you know what I mean? But it's probably money,
Yeah.
right? It's probably money. It's like the thing of like you know what? That's not fair. I think
Yeah.
they're not paying enough for what that is or something. Damn, I could come up with a really good story.
Yeah, you thought. Well, what's great is I've just been letting you go because you didn't have to answer the question because you won. But that was
Oh,
great. You
really?
still told us. That was great.
Oh shit! Oh, is that the thing?
That was the thing.
Oh,
but that was
that's
great.
what I won.
I just stood there and was like, I'll let you answer
Oh
this.
man. Although there's this one gig, right,
Yeah.
where I shouldn't say this on the podcast.
Say it on a podcast. If you say it on a podcast, I'll say something really embarrassing on a podcast.
Well, but I don't want to piss off anyone who would know who I'm talking about. But it's like there was a gig, right,
Yeah.
where they were paying a certain amount
Mm-hmm.
to people in Scotland and a certain amount to people who were coming up from England.
Oh, okay.
And the people who were coming up from England were getting way more.
So you were like, no.
And I was like, that's fucked.
Well, especially because we don't get more.
We don't
when
get more to go down there.
No, we definitely don't. I think we get less.
Yeah. So
I think they spin on me.
trust me, I don't want to give any more details because I'll probably be blacklisted if
I
I'm
don't
not
think that's
already.
petty.
But
I think that's reasonable.
I mean, yeah, that's not
There's
petty,
certain
is
things
it?
you look at and you go, oh, this doesn't really work for me, or
Yeah, exactly.
sometimes there's extenuating circumstances. Maybe the booker
Yeah.
doesn't know where you're like, well, if I have to do that, I have to miss this, and this
Yeah.
is less money, but also I don't have to travel for 8 hours.
Yes.
so this works better. I remember having to getting booked to do a gig. And then slowly realizing, so there was, I don't know if this is a positive or negative, but I kept like dating girls that would then become comedians after they dated me. Like they realized, oh, if this fucking guy can do this, I can do it.
That's
how it felt a little
insane.
bit. It is. It's
Were
insane.
they at all aligned with comedy before they dated you?
No.
George, what?
It was just
crazy.
I went along to a Funny Women final, and I was like, "Hello, ladies." It was very weird, but I just remember one person who was doing comedy and was like hinting that they'd like to like get together again, and I was just like, "Oh, I don't want to deal with this." And they booked
Oh my
this
God, this
gig.
happens all the time.
Well, they booked this. They booked this gig.
Don't fall in love with me.
And I didn't.
Do not.
Oh my God. Worst thing about watching my podcast is you'll fall in love with me.
I know they call you George Fox. Sorry.
Well, I
I'm
just
sorry.
didn't want to. I just, in my head, I was just like, that day I was like, I'll be fine. And then I was just like, oh, I just don't want to deal with this at all.
Yeah.
And so I just said that I had swine flu.
Oh, brilliant.
Now-
Swine flu. God, that must have been a while back. Or was it like last week?
No, it was
I
maybe
have the plague.
2011.
I have the Spanish flu. Sorry.
I said I have bird flu, and they went, "There's no such thing as bird flu. There's only swine flu. What are you talking about? That's stupid. Next will be bat flu."
I have Lyme disease. I'm sorry.
But it was a New Year's Eve gig, so I was just like, it's not gonna make a difference if I don't go. And then someone invited me to a party, so I went to the party, and I thought this would be fine. And that my friend posted a picture of me and him arm around each other, and I was like, "Oh, swine flu, really?" It's me and him arm around each other, and then on the wall above us is a banner that says Happy New Year's Eve, and then right above that is the clock that says 5 past midnight.
Holy shit.
The only way it would have been worse if I was holding up today's newspaper.
Yeah.
Like
that said swine flu is a hoax.
But yeah, that was I guess a petty one and not great. I could have just said, "Hey, I don't want to do all this travel to this gig. I want to go to my friend's party," but instead,
I know, yeah.
the coward that I was, and then it was just displayed for everyone.
I've definitely done the thing where I am sick, but maybe I could still do it. You know what I mean? I've also I shouldn't say this.
Say it.
I'm sure again, you always say people say this, but I've definitely not recently. But I've definitely in the past, like...
So statute of limitations is 7 years, so this happened 8 years ago.
Yeah, it happened 8 years ago. Before I started comedy, I canceled the gig because, like, my kid was, like, sick. But again, maybe on the mend. But I was like, nah, he's ill. I can't do it. And I've said, like, my kid's real sick. I can't do the gig. But that's not funny, is it? I'm sorry.
That's good. That's good. You got to say that sometimes.
I know.
I
think
like my kids
kids are a great excuse for anything. Yeah, really.
But we also have a thing especially when you start in comedy, where you're like, I gotta do every gig. I gotta do every single gig. And it's so silly.
I have this thing. When my son, who's sitting in the other room there watching TV, was 4 weeks old, I traveled to London with him and my husband to do the semi-final of a dumbass comedy competition. It was so not worth it.
Yeah.
It was so stupid of me. And I was just like out of my mind. It was 2020. It was right before the pandemic hit. It was February 2020.
Oh, wow.
And I was just like, I got to do this. I can't not do this.
It's
like,
so important.
It's so important.
This is the next step in my story and my journey. This is important. This is going to lead.
To do the Amused Moose fucking semifinal.
I was about to tell a story. And it's exactly Amused Moose.
Absolutely.
I flew from Dublin over to London. I went and did that final in front of 3 tourists. It was like a family.
You
a
were
father,
in the final?
daughter, or there was this whatever was semi-final or something like that.
Okay.
But it was there was 3 tourists there who were Japanese, and they were like, we don't really understand a lot of English, but we're enjoying it. And they were really nice. They were really nice, but like. That's the audience, and then the rest is just comedians that are waiting to come up, and they're doing that thing of like not laughing at other people because they want to get through. And I was like, oh my God, did the gig, had a lot of fun, and then just was like, hey, we're going to hang out afterwards. And comedians in London don't hang out. So I just had to go to the airport, wait for 6 hours, 6 a.m., get a flight back to Dublin, and then go straight into work that day and work a 12-hour shift.
Fuck.
And in my head, I was like, I'm nailing life.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing it by the handlebars, and I'm doing this great. But no.
See, I not to trump your story.
Oh,
but
here we go.
I mean, I pumped breast milk for 72 hours and stored it in the fridge so that I could leave my baby for 4 hours and go do this gig and not be with him. But yours is also bad.
These are the moments that we need a zoom in cam for me so I can go. Can we get a new guest right now, please?
I can see why you waited till the 26th episode to get me on. No, but yeah, and then I left the breast milk because the breast milk or formula is the one thing you can take as a liquid on the plane, right?
Oh yeah, they'll
let you do that. But I left it at security on accident, and then I had to go all the way back and be like, "Hey, sorry," and they were like, "Yeah, here."
I'm glad they were like, "Which of these 6 milk jugs is yours?" And you're like,
"It's vodka." It's Highland whiskey. Yeah, and then I left the baby with Stuart at the hotel.
Yeah,
and it was a walking distance from where the gig was, which was great. So I walked like the 12-minute walk down there, did the gig. Meanwhile, I know you're 2 dudes. Like my breasts were like filling up with milk because this is what happens when you have a new baby. It's like your breasts are constantly producing milk because it's expecting you to feed it all the time.
Expects you to feed the baby all the time.
So I'm almost sitting there. I did the gig. It went really well.
I like that you thought that you were both dudes. Like we were gonna go.
Well, I know.
Breast milk.
I know. Or like, ew, a woman's body. No,
Yeah,
I know you're both nice guys. But it was like, yeah. So I did the gig. It went well. I didn't even place. And it was just like I walked sadly back to the hotel. And Stuart was like, he slept the whole time you were gone. Like, he hasn't drank any of the breast milk that you pumped for 72 hours. And I was like, cool. I just like sat there and cried and fed him. And it was just like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
Why did I do this after I just had a baby?
Okay, cool. So next part of the show, we always get our guest to record a little series of questions for the next guest. So our last guest was a wonderful Amy Matthews. And Amy has sent in a clip that we're going to show to you right now.
Does she know it's me?
Oh, yeah. Hello, Krystal. So, you've had a famously eventful life. You did a whole show about it. It's a sort of life that I think one day will get made into a film.
Oh, my God.
If you weren't able to play yourself, who would you want to cast as you? Second question. If you could travel back to one point in history, just for a day, as yourself, any point in history at all, where would you go? And finally, I know that you're a very, very good singer. Don't mind telling the world that. What is your go-to song to sing in the kitchen when everyone's out and you can really, really belt it? What is your go-to song for that?
Aw, I miss Amy. She's my friend. Aw, that was really nice.
Yeah, she's great. She's my enemy.
Fuck Amy. Oh my gosh. Wow. That was really lovely.
So we've been putting together, just because
Did
comedians...
she come up with those? Sorry. Did she come up?
Those were all hers. Yeah. She came up with them.
Okay, right.
Sitting right there. What? Shocking. Weird. So something that we do is we ask our guests, because comedians can be sometimes very proactive or a little bit lazy. So we're doing like a little chart to see how long comedians take to send in the clip once we request it. So for week 1, I think it was Gareth Waugh that we did this, and Gareth sent it within 25 minutes.
Holy shit.
And then the second week, I think who was it? It was Joe Sutherland, and Joe Sutherland did it 20 minutes before we started the next episode. So a week.
Wow. Okay.
Which is kind of impressive.
Wow.
So we've got very quick, very late. So how long do you think it took Amy before Amy filmed that and sent that in?
When did you film her episode?
We filmed it 2 days ago. 2 days ago.
I mean, it must have been while she was here because she's sitting right here. So I'm going to say within a few minutes.
It's interesting. It's interesting that you said that because that is very obvious. Yes.
Hey!
It's a point I raised at the time, but okay.
I just figured you always do that after the episode.
Nope.
Right. Okay.
You've broken every game that every format you've ripped apart.
Listen, I love games.
I'm
a gamer.
This is why we bring you in after the 26th episode and we shore up the podcast. Like all the holes.
Krystal's ruined the podcast.
No more fun on the podcast. Just strict rules.
Winning is the most important thing.
So Amy's first question was, if you weren't able to play yourself in a film, who would you want to cast as yourself?
Oh my God. Everybody I'm thinking of is now my age or older. Like, oh man, this is so difficult. I would have said somebody like the gal who played Darlene on Roseanne. Yeah. I thought Sarah
Metcalf, I think. Metcalf?
No, that Metcalf is Jackie.
Oh. Sarah Chalk?
Sarah Mitchell? Fuck,
Mitchell?
I can't remember her goddamn name.
Somebody from Roseanne.
I should know because I had a podcast about
You're
Roseanne.
getting John Goodman to play you? That's very confusing. He's a great actor.
Oh, Jesus. I should have a good answer for this. I don't.
I'm thinking of
I'll
that.
say Megan Fox.
Megan
Your
Fox?
sister.
We don't. What? How dare you bring up that bitch's name in this podcast? You know we don't speak. We've fallen out
okay.
since Transformers.
Right now, just like this is a dream world, right? A dream world. I'll say Renee Rapp because she's so beautiful and funny, just like me.
Yeah.
And she's a great singer. She just and it would be a musical if she starred in it.
Oh, you're doing a musical?
Do you know Renee Rapp?
Not really.
She stars in Mean Girls and she's like a Broadway star as well.
Okay.
The new Mean Girls.
The new Mean Girls.
The new Mean Girls. And
isn't there a guy called Anthony Rapp or something, and he's a singer or something?
oh yeah, there is a Broadway star called Anthony Rapp. He starred in Rent.
Nepotism.
Well done.
Nepotism.
I don't think they're related though. No, because I looked her up because I was like, is she a nepo baby? And it doesn't seem like she is, but actually her background's quite vague online so far.
It could be siblings, could be Natasha Bedingfield, Daniel Bedingfield kind of vibes.
Yeah, exactly. Shit, I'm so bad at questions like this.
I was trying to think
about
of
myself.
God, what is an actor? She's way too old now, but comedian. Wears glasses, was in The Truth About Cats and Dogs.
Oh, Janine Garofalo.
Janine Garofalo.
Amazing.
But
I mean, she's like
Janine,
60 now. Yeah.
But
so
90s
that's it.
Jean Garofalo.
Oh, that would do great. I would love,
She'd hit your
That
vibe.
would be a perfect,
Perfect casting.
I would love to play her, actually. I'm a decent actor. I went to acting school and stuff. Someone give me an acting gig, honestly.
I just saw a post where a comedian I know has just announced he's in a feature film that just won an award in Austin, Texas, because someone just saw him on the internet and said, I thought you'd be good in a movie, and they just put him in a movie. He's the main actor, and I'm just like, what? How does that happen?
Is that true though?
It seems to be true. It seems to be the guy saw him on the internet and just said, I'm doing this character that has like a dour vibe, and I've seen some of your sketches online, and I just thought I'd put you in this.
People who like make movies are so
weird,
lovely, geniuses. Yeah, I mean, it's like it's laziness sometimes, isn't it? Yeah, you just like, you know what? Let me just cast my mate or someone I saw online. I've heard stories as well of like comedians, really big famous comedians, being like on a long haul flight and watching the in-flight entertainment and seeing like a compilation of comedians and being like, oh, that guy can open for me because I just think they're funny.
Yeah,
you know, I just think that guy's really great, which is fine.
Yeah.
You just never
know what way someone's...
Oh, what about the gal who's in Parks and Recreation, who's always really dour?
Oh, yeah.
You know who I'm talking about.
Is it Aubrey?
Because I think she's
something?
like, yeah, it is Aubrey Plaza.
That's it.
Yeah, we'll do Aubrey Plaza. Because she's like young enough to do, she's like maybe 10 years younger than me.
And she's got the deadpan vibe.
That's it, yeah. Even though she's not like that in real life. I've seen interviews with her, but she can do that.
I saw her at the MTV Movie Awards where she stormed up on stage and I was like, she can't help but ruin a format. So it's perfect casting. It's perfect. It works great.
Wow.
Tearing it apart.
She ruins things.
No,
so she's...
just points out the flaws in a format.
Yeah, great.
It's like, can this go wrong? Let's find out. Get Krystal in.
Yeah, we'll go with that. And what was the second question?
Question number 2 was, if you could travel back to one point in history just for a day as yourself, where would you go?
Can you can you believe that the first thing that came to my head is the dinosaurs? I want to see the dinosaurs. What were you?
I didn't know where it was going to go. I know how it works. That you were going to be like, let me point out a hole in this format.
Hitler having diarrhea.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I just really want to see them. I just want to see what they looked like.
Which dinosaur would you want to see? T-Rex, Stegosaurus?
Oh, man.
Brontosaurus?
I think I want to see the ones that were in the water.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Loch Ness Monster. I know that's not real.
Yeah.
But Plesiosaurus, Plata, I don't know. The ones with the big flippers and they're coming out of the water. I mean, imagine that. Imagine seeing that.
Yeah.
I could just like be like, whoa. And I wouldn't even have to take a picture or anything. I would just be like, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Also, like, it drives me crazy and has for like my whole life that we don't know what color the dinosaurs were.
Yeah.
We don't know what color. We always just assume that they're gray and kind of dark or green or they could have been bright pink. They could have been anything.
There is
we have no idea.
Or feathers. Like they've slowly realized how many
They did
animals
have feathers at one
feathers,
point. Yeah. So I need to know these things. How boring is that answer? I just really, really want to see what they look like.
There was a bunch of scientists who found in different parts of the world part of like a T-Rex's like larynx, but like it was tiny little pieces, but they put them all together, scanned it in 3D, and they were able to figure out, based on how big its body is, how much air it would put through, what it would sound like. And it is, you can listen to it on YouTube, it is terrifying. It is horrifying. Like the noise of a T-Rex, you're just like,
is it like raw?
You just feel the goosebumps, like the same way when you hear like a
is
lion.
It like meow?
It's very, it's like, hey guys, it's me.
Oh my god!
Very.
Imagine that.
That's a good answer though. Go back all that way. See the dinosaurs.
Okay, or I would see like the Big Bang or before the Big Bang, because what was before it? We can't. That also drives me crazy. What was before it?
I think the guy had the show 2.5 Men.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Big Bang Theory. They solved it. They solved it on that show.
That's what I was doing. I was doing before he made Big Bang Theory. He made 2.5 Men. Oh, Krystal's pulled apart another joke. You didn't tighten it up, George, so I ripped it apart.
Oh, God. The same guy made those shows? I didn't actually know that.
Chuck Lorre is his name. And do you know what else he's known for? How he made his money? He wrote the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme song.
That's a great song.
And he made so much money from that, he became a producer and then was able to make 2.5 Men. And
Leonardo leads, Donatello does machines. That's a great song. That's a fact,
That's
Jack.
what Raphael says.
Oh, that's his best work.
I think it is. It's been all downhill since then, for sure. And then question number 3 was, what is your go-to song to sing in the kitchen when everyone is out and you can really belt it?
The Flower of Scotland. God save the Queen.
Is that the sound of everyone in Edinburgh applauding you right now? Oh, wow.
Oh, thank you. Oh, stop with the roses. Thank you. No, I would say I love the song, the Celine Dion.
My Heart Will Go On?
No, not that one. Her older one where she's like, why can't I think of anything right now? It's Celine Dion, where she's like,
Ewan, we're going to need you to start reading out Celine Dion songs to us.
It's like 7.5 minutes long, this song. See, it's like I belt it out, but I can't even think of how it goes. No, it's like, when you touch me like this, and you hold me like that. It's all coming back to me now. That's what it's called. It's all coming back to me now.
The song is called It's All Coming Back to Me Just As You Remember It. Are you fucking kidding me? Have you set this up? Ewan, have you two set this up?
Listen, you wanted someone entertaining.
It's all coming back to me.
It's all coming back to me. Yeah, I do love the Frozen songs as well, which is annoying. But, my kids are like, "Mommy, stop singing." I have a playlist called Sing, and it's just like all the songs I love to sing, and I'll just put it on shuffle. And it's all like Broadway. Like it's so fucking annoying to everybody else.
Are you able to do the Frozen? I mean, it's crazy. What?
Oh yeah, we finish each other's sandwiches.
That's what I was gonna say.
I never met someone. Should we do it? Who thinks so much like me? Jinx again. Our mental synchronization
can have but one explanation:
that you
and I
were just meant to be.
The podcast has never been better.
This is the most fun I've ever had in my life. Is he all right? He's laughing? Okay, right. Mommy, stop singing.
It needs to be louder.
There's also a song by Reba McEntire. Oh, he's just laughing at funny things on the TV. And it's like about this woman who grew up really poor. Yeah. It's a country song, obviously. Yeah. Like she's growing up poor, like dirt poor, like starving.
Yeah.
And then she like becomes a high paid prostitute. This is how the song goes. She becomes her mom prostitutes her out. She becomes a high paid prostitute, makes loads of money for herself, and then is doing really well. Right. And then she looks back on her mom, and people are like, people judge my mom, but like actually she was doing the best she could, and now she's dead and all this stuff. And it's really powerful. Mm-hmm. But then when they made a music video about it, because the country community like wouldn't, approve of prostitution.
Yeah.
They made it so that she becomes a big Hollywood movie star rather than. So the lyrics don't match the video. Yeah. It's so funny Because in the video, she's a movie star, but it's like, no. Listen to the lyrics. She's a fucking high-paid prostitute.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I love that song.
You look at songs like "Born in the USA" by Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, I know.
And like the lyrics are like an indictment.
On like war, and you're like, yeah, "Born in the USA." Like, let's only listen to those 4 words. Born in the, yeah. 4 words.
And people like hear like, oh, she works hard for the money. Yeah, she's a hardworking lady. It's like, no,
she.
She's a sex worker, and that's good. Sex work is real work.
Yes, exactly. So, anyways, yeah, those are my songs.
Those are your songs. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good. That's good. They're good songs. Mm-hmm. What is the song that sometimes pops in your head that you're like, oh God, why is that going into my brain?
American Boy.
American Boy.
Why is this going through my head for 20 years? American Boy by Kanye West and whoever the other one is, Estelle.
Yeah.
Oh my God, constantly.
Boy.
Stop. It goes through my head all the time. I know every lyric and instance of that song.
I'm definitely going to be thinking
I don't even really like it that much, but it's always there. It's always there.
This is always just one song. I don't like the song Wild West by Will Smith.
Oh my God.
But at any moment, I'll just be like, wiki wiki wah, wiki wiki wah, Jim West, Desperado, 6 Gunner. No, you don't want none.
It's like when you're a certain age, right?
Yeah.
It's like that age, your brain is like open.
Yeah.
And then it just, whatever song goes in,
it's stuck
at that age,
forever.
it's stuck. All the Eminem songs as well.
Yeah.
All the Eminem songs as well. Will Smith don't got a cuss in his rap to sell records. Well, I do. For fuck him and fuck you too. And it's just like, it goes on and on and on.
On and on, yeah.
I know all of his lyrics.
Oh, of course. They just get absorbed in, especially when you're young. And I don't think you ever see young people that talk about like stuff they like, and you're like, yeah, but that's not even you. That's just your brain just absorbs everything.
Yep.
Useless stuff. Mm-hmm. And then suddenly you're on a podcast 20 years later and you're going, Buffalo Soldier, don't forget I told you. Any damsel that's in distress, be out of that dress when she meets Jim West. I don't know why I know that. I don't know why. No.
That's a great lyric to me.
Yeah, it is. Any damsel in distress, be out of that dress when she meets Jim West.
Imagine meeting someone and just taking off your dress.
Even the line, don't let your lip react. You don't want to see my hand where my hip be at.
Oh.
Because he's got a gun.
Beautiful.
Like, but not when I say it that slow. It sounds like I'm reading poetry.
In the Irish accent. It's so nice.
Don't let your lip react. You don't want to see my hand where my hip be at. A wiki wiki wah. A wiki wiki wah. Wiki wild west.
Oh. Brilliant.
Okay, so
you could do a whole series of like songs in an Irish accent. That would be really funny. You should do that.
Wild West Cork. I could do that.
Wild Cork. Wild West Cork. Yeah, sorry, you did it better. Sorry, that was a better joke when you said it.
On this goddamn podcast, there's something I did that was okay. Yes. So,
sorry,
Krystal, what do you have coming up in the future that you'd like to let people know about? I believe you're going back to streaming every day.
Yeah, exactly. I have a podcast myself called Chris and Krystal Are in Heat with Chris Weir.
Chris Weir.
It's a sex and relationships podcast. It's silly and funny and sometimes sincere.
Is there any particular episode you'd like people to go and check out?
Oh, the Eleanor Morton episode's great. That's out right now.
That's already out?
That's already out. The Liam Withnell episode's coming up. That's great. Honestly, I'm. This sounds like I'm bullshitting, but like, we're doing less episodes and trying to make them higher quality. Do you know what I mean? Like, because maybe we're just lazy, but I'm just like, that we put a lot into each episode. So I think they're all great. We talk about, each guest that's on is a comedian, and they've all picked a sexual topic, such as like hand jobs or porn or, something like that.
Something like that.
Even just the name is funny,
it's
right?
funny.
You mention a sex act and it's funny. So that's what we do. So that's that. I'm doing a whip at the Fringe.
The Fringe, yeah.
Hospitality horror show. It's all about my horrors working in hospitality.
Yeah. Will you be doing
Burn Camp? I don't know if I'm doing Burn Camp this August, so look out for that. If I feel like I might just do it on the street, you know what I mean. I'll just start performing it.
People can follow you on social media.
Oh yeah, please follow me on social media.
About that.
Instagram is like where I do most things.
Yeah,
every other platform I just log on every now and then. So,
I'm the same. COVID really stopped me from posting. I used to post all the time, and then after COVID, I was like, I don't care.
I can't.
I couldn't believe the people who posted during COVID were like 6 times a day. Oh, washing my groceries that I just bought. Shut up.
Shut the fuck up, man. Oh, trying to keep my kids healthy. Shut the fuck up.
Shut up. Made bread for the first time. I hope you drown in bread.
Fucking loser.
Okay. So we do the podcast very differently here. We don't focus on quality. We do quantity, which is why we're 26 episodes in about 3 months.
I didn't want to imply that, but...
one last little stab. the desk. Before you leave. Well, thank you for watching this week's podcast. We hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a little review. It massively helps us out. Share it online. Let other people know about it. Also, if you want to see live comedy, there's gigs every single day at Monkey Brow Comedy. And I get to host the 5 p.m. show every Saturday, the big show, which is a lot of fun. And if you want to see me continuing to do the thing that Krystal gave up on because she said it was bullshit, I do it every Sunday and Thursday, 10:30 p.m. till late on twitch.tv/Fox Comedy.
And he's really good at it.
You've never seen it.
Hey, listen, I have seen screen grabs, and they're great screen grabs.
Those are very incriminating, and I want those taken off the internet. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. From me, from Krystal, from our wonderful tech / producer, Ewan. Have a great evening. Bye.
Bye.
There's something hiding under the ice, imitation of a sound. There's something standing behind the door. Would you like